good, BF fam? This is Big Tone coming at you from Big Tone Productions Beats and Feasts. Hey guys, it's Friday, and what does that mean? It means it's time for another cooking video. Today we're going to do a recipe that's very dear to my heart. We're going to do a recipe that's going to take you around the world. We're going to do hummus today. This is something I've grown to love a lot more, especially since I've gotten older. But I loved it the first time I took a bite of it. But before we even get started, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Turn on your post notifications, guys, so you know when a video comes out. By the way, that's every Friday. And let's get started making some hummus, guys. All right, guys, so as I always do, I'm going to start with my supporting cast. So this recipe is very, very deceptively easy. And I say that because it's an easy recipe, but in order to make it taste good, you have to taste your food while you're making it. But let's get started with the supporting cast. So first of all, I got my chickpeas. I cheat, I use the canned chickpeas. I don't feel like waiting for it to soak the regular chickpeas. But these are canned, they turn out great. I got some minced garlic, got some smoked paprika. This is my pink Himalayan sea salt, even though it says soul food seasoning. This is black pepper. I got some cumin, some lemon juice. Now usually I will go ahead and juice some lemons, but didn't have any this time, so I'm using just lemon juice from the bottle. And then some EVO, some olive oil, some extra virgin olive oil. So that's all the ingredients, guys. So it's very, very simple, but it's deceptively simple. So let's go ahead and get started with this. Very simple. So I got my chickpeas here, and this is 2 cans of chickpeas. The first can I drained all the liquid totally off. And then the second can I drained about half of the liquid off, and I keep half of it that's in here. It adds a nice texture. Now, one thing I want to add for all you traditionalists with hummus. Hummus it has a sesame seed paste called tahini, which I am not a fan of. I've had hummus with it, I've had hummus without it. I prefer without it. I'm not a big fan of it, but it does add a creamy element to you, so you try that if you like it. I'm showing you how I make it my way, okay, guys? But let's go ahead and get started. So, as I said, it's deceptively easy. So I'm going to take the chickpeas and I'm pouring them directly into my blender with all of the liquid, okay, guys? Set that aside a little bit. Now, the next thing I'm going to add. Now, you make this the way you want to. Do not follow my direction. You have to experiment with this. This is not a dish that I can tell you the exact amount and it's going to come out perfect every time. I am going to add to this, I'm going to add 2 heaping tablespoons of garlic. I love garlic. In my household, we love garlic. So I'm adding 2 heaping tablespoons of garlic to it. That's the first thing. I am going to go ahead and add some of my salt and pepper now. And I will add as I go. Like I said, you have to taste test this. I'm going to add some pepper. All right, and then I'm going to add some of my pink Himalayan sea salt. The pink Himalayan sea salt goes really good with this recipe. So if you can get it, I would suggest going out and getting the pink Himalayan sea salt. All right, and then I'm going to add a little bit of my cumin. Cumin gives it that nutty flavor. All right, just a little bit of that. The next thing I'm going to add is some EVO. Just to get it started, I'm going to add more as we're going. So a little bit of EVO, maybe 1/4 cup, just to get the chickpeas mixed up. And then we're going to go ahead and turn the blender on. Now this is going to be very annoying and loud, so I am not going to necessarily talk during this. I'm going to blend it up, start it, stop it, and then I'll go back and check it, and then we'll see where we are with that as I add some other ingredients. So we're just going to simply turn it on here, blend. This is a Ninja Professional 1500 watt blender. I've had this for a while. This is actually my second one. I love it. It's not the Vitamix. I can't afford a Vitamix, but I really like this, and I'll talk about it here in just a little bit. But let's blend this up, guys. Okay guys, so this is what I do when I make my hummus. I blend it for a minute, and then I will go ahead and I will take the top off and I will taste it. At this point, I'm gonna add some lemon juice because I'm not gonna taste it yet because I know I have to add some lemon juice. But I wanna let you know, a lot of times I will do this in the food processor. In the blender, it works just as great. I like the blender because I think it gets it a little bit more creamier the more you blend it. In the food processor, so it got a little bit more consistency to it, a little bit more grit to it. But I like both ways, so if you only have a food processor, by all means use that. So I'm gonna add some lemon juice to it. Like I said, most of the time I will use real lemon, but this time I didn't have any, and I didn't go to the store. So I'm gonna add some lemon juice to it. Probably about 1/4 of a cup for right now. That's probably about all I will add. I like it lemony, but I don't like it too lemony. So let's go ahead and blend that up a little bit more. All right guys, and for this, I will go ahead and take the lid off, and I grab a long handle spoon. Now this is for my house, so I'm going to be double dipping. So I'm gonna take it, dip it down in there, and get a little taste of it. Wow. For my very first time, my very first taste test, that's almost about right. I'm gonna add a little bit more cumin to this. The lemon consistency is perfect. Just a tad bit more cumin. It's salty enough. And then I'm gonna add just a little bit more pepper. All right, guys. And we're gonna mix it up again. Sometimes I'm telling you guys, I will have to take 3 or 4 taste tests to find out where the consistency of my spices are, just to get it right. I got lucky this time. Okay guys, so I'm gonna take another taste test of this. Like I said, this is my house. I'm gonna double dip. I have 1 spoon, so I'm gonna double dip on this. So in your house, if you have guests or whatever you're serving, please don't double dip. So the consistency is about right. That's about the consistency I like my hummus. Sometimes a little bit thicker, but this is perfect. Oh, that's good, guys. That's really, really good. I'm gonna add just a tad bit more lemon juice. Not much, just a tad, because I don't want to make it too much thinner. Just a little bit. There we go. And we're gonna add this back, the lid back on, and I'm gonna blend here, and I am also gonna take it off a blender, and I'm gonna blend it on high as well, so I can get it a lot more creamier. And I'll be back, guys, and I'll present this on a plate. I'll show you how you can make this a very, very healthy, well, just maybe a nice bite. I don't know if you consider this a whole meal, but I have used it as a meal at lunch and you know, different places, but it's wonderful. But we're gonna blend this up, and I'll be back here in just a moment. Here's the presentation, guys. You know, it doesn't look so appetizing in here, but when you put it on a plate and you make it into a meal, or say an appetizer type of a meal, or a small plate. I've added tomatoes, some Kalamata olives. I have problems saying that, I don't know why. And then I added some olive oil over the top, some smoked paprika. Oh my God, look at this plate. It's absolutely beautiful, guys. And it's very simple, very easy. Now, if you're not accustomed to this and you've never had it before, give it a try before you judge, okay, guys? I do want to throw a shout out there for this blender. I got this blender on my website, bigtonereviews.com. You can pick it up. It's roughly about $100. Don't quote me on the price, but the link will be in the description down below. You can pick this up on my website. I love it. It's not as expensive as the Vitamix, but it does a great job for me. So I'll probably go ahead and do a review on it, or put a review up for it, so you guys can get a better idea of whether or not you want to buy it or not. But that's bigtonereviews.com. You can also go to Beats and Feast. Check it out. Guys, I don't even know if I want to eat this. This is so beautiful. But I'm going to take a bite, guys. I'm gonna let you know how it tastes. But and I got my little pita bread. You serve this with pita bread most of the time. But you can eat it with chips. They have pita chips as well. I like the pita bread. I like that softness of the bread going against the hummus. But oh my God, the Kalamata olives, they add acid to it, and they give us such a tang to it. Oh, it's wonderful. So I'm gonna take a bite here. I hate to destroy it, but get a little bit of everything there. Oh man. Oh God, that's wonderful. Oh, I'm gonna take another bite, guys. Then you go in, you get a piece of tomato. Guys, finger looking good, guys. Hey, if you like this video, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, stay on the lookout, and go to my website, Big Tone Reviews. You can purchase all kinds of kitchen equipment. You can purchase music equipment and just regular electronic equipment. It goes along with my website, Beats and Feasts. Hey guys, this is Big Tone signing off. Peace.